Shalom, shalom, Most High in Christ bless. Officer Asah here. We at in Deep Ellum, cuts from them street from Dallas. Who I'm here with?
Corey Charles, owner of Dallas franchise.
Corey Charles, owner of Dallas franchise.
Yeah.
So, okay, we out here asking the people about Black History Month. So, Corey, right? What does Black History Month mean to you?
To be honest, man, I really don't care too much for Black History Month because I feel like it was just a way of them, just giving us a month, like, to kind of, like, shut us up, pretty much. Like, so the way I think of Black History Month, man, like, it's cool to celebrate our Black leaders and everything that is owed to Black history. But for us having a month, man, I don't actually believe in having a month. Because they don't give anybody else a month. You know what I'm saying? You don't have, European month or, Mexican month. You got Cinco de Mayo, but you don't have anything else for, like, other races like that. Jew month, all that type of stuff. So, yeah, I really don't believe in Black History Month too much.
All right, this is Officer Zephaniah. I'm here with
Schooler.
All right, so we're going to ask some questions about Black History Month. Schooler, what does Black History Month mean to you?
Man, honestly, I honestly don't like the fact of Black History Month because our history is so much more than 1 month. But I do like that our people do get a spot where people can learn about our history. And especially for my kids, because my kids, they real curious about Black History Month. So it does, for me, it's like a learning. It's time to learn about Black history. That's the time where you can really learn something about our people. So in the sense that our history is more than a month, it's still good to bring it up to learn about Black history. So yeah, I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love learning about Black history. It's the best history.
So, do you know any history about Black History Month?
I mean, pretty much everything. Most of the stuff that I was taught in school, stuff that I look up, as far as our leaders, like, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, pretty much a lot of Black inventors, so I pretty much, whatever I come across on, like, books and, what I pretty much learned in school and stuff like that.
Hey, you really on point, Schooler, with your answer. You was nervous thinking you weren't going to be on point, but you answered my second question with your first answer, because we was going to ask you, do you think Black history should be more than 1 month? You already said yeah, so I'm gonna go to the next question. Where does Black history start?
Where?
Yeah.
Man, that's a good question, man.
Because a lot of times in America, they try to tell us Black history start with us getting out the slave ships over here in America.
Yeah.
But where do you believe Black history starts?
It's so much deeper than that, man. I'm into history, period. The history of people, you know what I'm saying? Just where we came from as human beings, you know what I mean? So us, we the chosen ones.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. So we back at the beginning, man. From the beginning, I think who's at the beginning, man. We are the chosen ones. I truly believe that, man. I'm not trying to say that just because I'm Black.
Yeah.
We are the chosen ones.
So, I'll give you some brief history on Black History Month. So, it started out with Carter G. Woodson. It was Negro Week. So his idea or his catalyst was wanting to teach Black history to our own people, that we know about our history. We know about our history, not just have a week, but kind of know our history, and then also we'll celebrate it annually throughout the year, history, right? So that was during 1926 time. So during the 70s, 1976, you had Gerald Ford. He made it a national month for February, right? Now, but Carter G. Woodson was the one who chose February. He chose the week. The only reason he chose the week was because of Abraham Lincoln's birthday and Frederick Douglass' birthday. So that's why he chose February, because, right, Abraham Lincoln, Emancipation Proclamation, Frederick Douglass, well-known speaker, orator, knowing about Black history. So his goal, Carter G. Woodson's goal, was to have us not learn from the oppressor, have us to teach us our history. Because do the oppressor teach us our history?
No, they don't. They try to they try to make it mandatory in school, but to be honest, that's all. I feel like they're really not trying to teach us anything now, unless you have like a Black professor, what I'm saying, that actually really is into Black History Month. They would definitely teach you something instead of just the basics of Black history. Like they would go more in depth into it, like where we come from, how we are the way we are today, or how we got to where we are today. But as far as like them, our oppressor trying to teach us, no, they could care less.
Why do you think our oppressor is not teaching us?
Because they wanna make it seem as if they did it. You know, that's pretty much what our oppressor has been doing since the beginning of time. You know, they'll go into they're basically take everything, you know what I'm saying? Like basically how they founded America. I mean, they didn't find America, but how they came to America, you know what I'm saying? They took that from the Indians. So basically they do the same thing with us. Like they'll know that it was created by us, but they'll try to take credit for it.
Hey, you believe in the Bible, Schooler?
I do. I was raised in church.
Hey, watch this, School. I'm gonna show you something, because your statement you just made, it was spiritual. You said you believe Black history started at the beginning, and you're absolutely right. Give me that. Genesis chapter 2. We're going to see. We're going to go to the beginning, because that's what Genesis means, the beginning. The first man was who?
The first man?
Yeah, that was created.
Honestly, man, you got me on that.
All right, we're gonna get it right here in the Bible. We know him today. We know him today as Adam. We're gonna see what the first man. Yeah, what the first man looked like. Truly. Watch, we're gonna get it in the Bible. Watch this. This is the origin or the beginning of Black history. Read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2, verses 7. And the Lord...
Read verse 6.
Oh, verse 6.
Yes, sir.
But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground.
So right here it said a mist went up from the earth. You ever got up real early in the morning and there's water everywhere on top of the car on the ground, but it didn't rain? The dew, yeah, that's what it's talking about. So he said the dew came up from the earth. Read.
Verse 7. And the Lord formed man of the dust of the ground.
So if you got dust, dirt, like that patch right here behind our brothers, and mist get into it, what is that gonna make? Like mud. What color is mud?
Brown. You know what I mean?
Hey, so we got the first man being created out of the mud, out of the dust of the ground. It's dust or dirt and water. Like you said, it make mud and it's brown. So the first man God ever created, Adam, was a so-called black man today.
So do you think there's Black history in the Bible?
Do I think there's Black history in the Bible? Definitely. But they ain't gonna teach you that though. There's a white Bible and then there's the actual truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like what Nat Turner was trying to teach. You know what I'm saying? Once he realized that, oh, this is the white people's version of the Bible, but the way y'all treat us is not how it's showing in the Bible, how it's supposed to be treated. You know what I'm saying?
You said something. So you said that it's a white person's Bible. So we're going to read some scriptures to show you that it's not a white person's Bible, right?
Hold on. Let me rephrase that. So there is a white Bible and then there's the actual Bible. You know what I'm saying? The white Bible meaning is they'll basically take the Bible and create their own interpretation, you know, how they think and how they want to shape the world to be. And then there's the actual Bible.
Okay, so we'll read out of scripture what Christ looked like, and then we'll go from there. All right, go ahead.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So it said his head and his hairs meaning his beard, were white like wool. It used wool as a comparison of his texture of the hair. Who has woolly type hair? Right? Go ahead.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So he had his whites of his eyes was red, because it prophesied that his eyes will be red with wine. Right? Keep going.
Yeah, okay, just keep going. Okay. And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Bronze.
Bronze, right?
As if they burned in a furnace.
And if you burn that bronze, what color?
It's gonna turn black.
It's gonna turn black. And the top of your feet match the color of your face, right?
Right, exactly.
Right, so why do you think they don't? Because you said the oppressor takes this, but they don't read it to us.
Because they want us to believe that God looks like them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so get 1 Maccabees 3:48. So here's one of the reasons why they took this book and made our images their images, because it was prophesied that to the children of Israel, if you don't keep my commandments, another nation is going to come over you and reign over you, right? And we could get that. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, verses 48. And laid open the book of the law,
So this is the book of the law.
Book of the law, wherein the heathen
The heathen is referred to all the other nations outside of the nation of Israel.
had sought to paint wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness
So the heathen, the other nations outside the nation of Israel, sought to paint the likeness
of their images.
of their images. So when they got this book, they're like, oh, Christ is black, we're going to make him white. Paul is black, we're going to make him white. The disciples are black, we're going to make them white, right? Because there's only one interpretation, right?
Only one, exactly.
Okay, so we read another one. Why the oppressors is ruling over us. First, verse 15, sir.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So this is written to the children of Israel. So God said, if you don't keep my law, statutes, commandments, curses or bad things is going to happen to you, right? So let's see one of the bad things, because that was the beginning of the curses.
Verse 43. The stranger that's within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So who you think the stranger is? If Israel is the main characters of the Bible, who would be the stranger?
It would be the white folks.
The white folks, right? The other nations. So who is over black folks today?
The white folks.
So that's sounding like we are who?
Right. Basically the strangers, pretty much. We're portrayed as the stranger.
No.
What do you mean?
So it said, read it again.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
So the thee is the children of Israel. The stranger is the other nation. So the other nation is going to get above Israel very high. And you said, who's above the black man today?
White people.
The white folks. So they will be the strangers because they are above us in every fashion we look at. Through education, through religion, because you said they teach us the Bible. Through your death certificate, through birth certificate, through toilet paper, through getting a job, through getting your business license. Social Security. They run that thing, right? Give me 40. Is that it on that?
And thou shalt come down very low.
We will come down very low. As you see, the black man is down very low. We have to ask them for everything. Get 48.
Verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies.
So one of these other curses, you're going to serve your enemies. And who would be our enemies?
White people.
Right?
Which the Lord shall send against thee. In hunger,
So in hunger, who do we have to serve to as black, Hispanics, and Native Indians? Who do we have to serve to get food?
The white people.
Okay.
and in thirst, and in nakedness.
So in thirst, same thing. Who do we have to serve to get water to pay your water bill?
White people.
And it said nakedness about clothing. The clothes you made, where it say it's made from?
Other nations, pretty much.
Right? China, Bangladesh.
Right.
Do we own textile companies to produce the cotton to actually make the shirt?
Black people, no.
No.
It's rare. It's rare. If you know of a black textile company, please let me know, because I will support it.
Right, see? So that's showing you another curse or bad thing that's happening to who?
Black people.
Black people, right? Go ahead.
And in want of all things.
So in the want of everything, like we said, business license, birth certificate, death certificate, social security card, all these things we have to go to the oppressor for in the want of all these things. Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he had destroyed thee.
Who had yokes of iron on their neck? Like cattle.
Oh, slaves.
And those
Us.
right?
Right.
Right, so that's showing you right there, that curse is fitting the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So right, so true black history is right here in this Bible. This is every day this black history in here, right? So I appreciate your time, my brother. Yes, sir. We here with Cuss from the Street, Dallas. Here with, you said...
Dallas Franchise, man. You can go on IG, Facebook, follow me at Dallas Franchise on IG, or you can type in TK, the number one clothing.com. That's how you can also find me.
What's your name again, my brother?
Corey Charles.
Corey. All right, with that, we say shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word